my YouTubers out there, I've got something that whenever you see it, you're not going to believe that I made it. It's just so out of my character to have created something of this nature. But when I started working on, I got some new papers from is it Mirage? I think so, Far Mirage. And I got so involved with that paper, and it took me days to cut everything out and to really get a feel for it. And I had all of this that was in my mind that I was going to do, and it is her Floral Medieval Ladies pack 1 and 2, and then I got the add-ons 1 and 2. So you get like 45 pages, which I didn't know at the time, in each pack. So then on the add-ons you get almost the same amount, and it's just a huge amount of paper that you're getting, and colors and patterns, and it's just almost mind-blowing. So whenever I was going through and I had these ideas of what I was going to do, I'm going to do several journals because I've got so many papers now cut out and ready to go. But like I said, I had these fixed ideas, and I started. Sometimes I start on the papers and then I do the cover, and sometimes I do the covers and then I bring in the papers. This time, like I said, I did all of the papers and I sorted them out. I made my journals out of all the papers, and I cut out all of my other things, my ephemera for the pockets, and going, hey, I really got this under control now. And I started on the very first one, and the cover, I could not, I don't know what the word is, but I could not make what was happening, what I thought I was going to do. I just had this inner, like this, going on. And so I sort of stepped back, and it was telling me that it wanted to do something else, and I said, but I don't know how to do that. I've never done that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not my style. It's just, you know, my journals don't look like that. But anyway, I slowly worked my way through it, and this is beautiful. I mean, it turned out, look, absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a bridal, a shower journal. It's layers of fabric, white, it's all white, and it's a tea cloth underneath, and then you've got this absolutely drop dead lace covering the tea towel, and it's all sewn. It's raggedy. It's been hand torn throughout. All the pages are hand torn, and then you've got this pearl and lace edging here on the front, and then you've got a scattering of white pearls here on the front, and then on the spine you have this another different style of lace that peeks over the front and the back. See how it just comes over here, and it's invisible stitching on the spine, and then on the back you can see it is so feminine and so luscious looking. I don't know how else to explain it, but you've never seen me make anything like this before, and I probably won't do it again, because I mean, like I said, this is not my forte, but this is what this journal wanted to be. That's all I can say. This is what this journal wanted to be, and so this is what came out of my head. And whenever you look down here, you have these pearls, these beads. Can you see them? Silver beads, real pearl beads, strings hanging down. So let's open her up and take a look at her inside. I mean, what a great gift this would be to somebody. I mean, to be handmade like this, it is absolutely gorgeous. And whenever you open her up, you can see the tea towel here. You can see my stitching. It's all done in a very neutral, pleasant, soft color, and it's just white. And then you have this beautiful, this is part of the paper. This is her paper throughout, everywhere. And then I have this cardstock there, and you fold it out, and then you have another little fold out here, and then you have this pocket, this big envelope here that is trimmed in the lace, and then you have another watercolor paper that goes right in there. So you've got that, you have this, and then you have this there. And her name is Elizabeth. I'm sorry. She is 6x9. Well, she's really bigger than that with the way that I've got it all, you know, out like this. And she's fabric inside and out, totally fabric covered. And her name is Elizabeth. I wanted a medieval female name for her, and her pages are 256. So she's a big, chunky girl all the way. And she's got all of her pages have been hand torn. Let me turn her around where you can see. They're all hand torn. You got different laces in each one of the signatures. You're going to have a lot of jewels down here, which are just gorgeous. And this is, whenever you see the females, the pictures, I guess this is what it was calling for. It was something soft and very feminine, very special. Got a lot of journaling places, a lot of decoupaging places. You got different sizes of cards, different weights. This is a beautiful paper from Japan. Another band here with some little hand torn, like I said, everything is hand torn journaling card on some cardstock. But look at, this is what inspired me right here. You're going to see some of these medieval ladies with all their lace and white. It looks like a wedding outfit. So this is what kept confusing me when I was trying to do the cover. I just want you to flip through and enjoy all her paper. Then you got some fabric here. An envelope with some of her cards. And both of them that's blank on the sides, on the other side. And then you have, here's two of the beads. And then I decoupaged on that side of the envelope and on this side of the envelope, just showing you what you can do or not do. You can do this now or not. I mean, it's perfectly just the way that I left it, but I also give you plenty of room to do some yourself. And I'm sending some papers, some of these papers that you can tear up and decoupage wherever you feel like it. Maybe you want to decoupage one of these blank pages, or you can start here. Well, aren't these women beautiful with these flowers and little butterflies? And you've got all of these layers on her papers. I mean, it's just exquisite. I didn't want to waste one piece of her paper. beautiful. See the lovebirds here? And here is a pocket that was made out of the tea cloth, the tea towel, and it's, I think it's like a little, yeah, little page with the pocket, and I put the watercolor paper inside, and then you can, I decoupaged on this side. You can either decoupage on this side or right on that side, but it's just such a nice little, and it's all sewn, little feminine thing right here. Love how bright her colors are. Got those little slats in there, and you have to get them in the slats. Another little tuck spot. It's another word that I would use on this one, and here's some more fabric. It's very organic because everything is hand torn, and the fabric is just so soft and white and pure looking. And here's an envelope with a white cardstock watercolor paper. And like I said, I left these where you can decoupage them or not. And here's a envelope with the watercolor paper inside, and then some fabric that's been sewn right here. Wait till whoever purchases this feels all this paper. I mean, it's just one after the other, a different hand of paper. Another little fabric pocket. Again, you can decoupage her right here. And you've got your watercolor paper inside. A big band. You know, sometimes when you see the medieval period of women, they're really odd looking, sort of distorted type. Here's a pocket. Sort of a distorted type faces and everything. Whenever you see these women that this collection shows, more fabric, and another envelope with watercolor paper, and this has watercolor paper in it. And again, you can see these were hinged with this fabric. Every time you see the fabric, it was hinged with this, and they're beautiful. I mean, these women are just beautiful. So 256 pages. See, there's her again, and I've got a pocket there. And all of the lace, each signature has its own lace in it. Then you have a little clear glassing bag. And then I made this by hand by watching one of, I think it was ROXANNE Creations tutorials, craft with me days. On one of those days that I just couldn't get it together, and I made this out of napkin, and it's all been sewn. It's very soft, very feels like it's just very soft, and it just went right in here because of the feel and the paper and all of these flowers and a little band there. Another fabric held, and this fabric is the tea cloth fabric, which is very soft. Decoupage this side for you and this side for you out of scraps. I just take some of the paper, tear it up, and start gluing, and hopefully that's what you will do also. And see, you have little scraps of, I didn't throw anything away, and you have 2 postcards in here, cardstock. And I love seeing that fabric like that. And here's the back side of my tissue covered. The colors are just so bright. And then I left this plain that you can add something to it. But like I said, you will be getting that package of pages and pieces of this collection that you can start your own decoupaging. And here I have sewn some of this real thin Japanese paper. It's like a fabric, but it's not. It's what they use to do all of those fancy writing on. I don't know what you call it, but I just sewed it right at the top. Isn't she pretty? See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I just could not do what I thought I was going to do. Now I've got the others. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other papers, and they're not the same papers. I mean, they're all different. I picked out different papers for each pack, and so here you have another one of those watercolor inserts there. This has been covered like that, covered here, or I could show you that I did this one totally. And if you didn't want to do little pieces, I showed you that you could just do big pieces and pick out what you like and put on there, or maybe layer some. I got a little bit of fabric there. I gave you a little tiny pocket here on that. And then on the back you have another fold out, and this is that 400-pound watercolor paper. It's been hinged. This is hinged, and this is another watercolor insert in there. And I left this that you can do with whatever you wish. You can write on it or put photos on it. And here's another big watercolor sheet in the envelope, and that is Elizabeth. She is gorgeous. I mean, and here's what she looks like from the top. Let me get it in there. There she is. Yeah. The sides. Very organic, very, very feminine. Very, very soft. And here's all of the jewels that hang down. And I am so thankful that you got a chance for me to share that with you today. And that is it now. She'll go up on probably today. And I have to get busy because I haven't really, like I said at the beginning of my other video, I usually do 2 at a time. I've been out for a good 2 weeks, I think, that I haven't done a video. Thankfully, I had finished those 2 journals before my mojo just left me totally. So I'm starting to get a little back into the groove. I don't know. I know everybody must experience times like this that you just say, well, you know, what the heck. It's hard to be creative all the time, I think. And I was on a long run there for a while. And then it just went, all gone. Really and truly, the Elizabeth took a lot out of me because it was so different for me, I think. I was way out of my comfort zone. So, but anyway, I don't know. I don't know if it had anything to do with it or not, but I'm going to try to get back up on this horse and ride it. And I do appreciate you listening to me whine and moan and carry on. I apologize for that. But and hopefully my next video I will be more back to myself. So thank you very much, YouTubers. I appreciate everybody that comments and everybody, all my new subscribers. I think y'all are just wonderful to support me in this community, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.